Have you got a Polaris Ranger or a Razor General or Can-Am YXZ 1000, any kind of side-by-side or off-road vehicle, and you're having issues with turning the key on, everything powers on, you've got good battery voltage, you go to start it and you get an annoying click and it tries to crank and then it just doesn't do anything, and you've got to do that a couple times and then it eventually will turn over. So I just got this this past weekend, and I'm going through it, making sure everything's good on it, and this thing has less than 1,000 miles and it only has about 76 hours on it, and this is an annoyance where pretty much every time I go to start it, it's doing this. So well, I tell you what, real quick, I'll show you. So I don't know how it is on Razors and stuff, but on the Generals, this is a 2020 General, your trim piece, it's just clipped in. So you got 6 clips. Well, looks like actually 4 clips. 4 clips in this bottom piece. So it's super easy to get out. You can actually grab the bottom here, pull. It'll pop these 2 clips and then get you a trim tool or something that won't mess up the plastic, and go in on the top between the radio or your, if you don't have the radio, I think these have a cubby hole, and just pop this here and this will all pop out. Disconnect your wiring. Be very careful for the LED light if you've got LED lights on yours, because the little plastic piece that's on the tip of this, well, on mine it broke. It's just 3 little fingers and the piece shot off somewhere. I don't even know where it's at, so I'm gonna have to fix this now. Anyways, get you a crescent or the correct size wrench, unscrew your ignition switch, reach in from behind, grab it, pull it out, and take the wire off, which is, if I can get to it, this little guy. And make sure you pry up on this clip. Don't break it. That would suck if you broke that. Definitely don't want it vibrating out while you're riding down the trail or something. And then we're going to go over to the bench. I've already got the switch out. I've already tested this to see if it is the issue, but I just wanted to make a quick video and maybe it would help somebody else out. So I'm building a box for a customer. I haven't really done any of this stuff on YouTube, but I build these boxes. If you're ever interested in one, I do custom stuff. So I'm going to put the phone down like so. So I've already got the switch apart, and what I found is that the springs, or the spring contacts, they were kind of getting hung up. So I'm assuming they've got maybe some grit or dirt in there. And then, so I'm going to clean all this grease up. If you do this, make sure you use a plastic-friendly electric cleaner. You don't want to melt this housing. I've done it before, not on this, but I've done it and it sucks. And then I've already cleaned all the grease up on this, but you can see the wear in the contact points. So it's basically just not making good contact every once in a while. Well, pretty much every time I start this thing, I have to sit there and play with it. So get you a meter that can read continuity or check continuity. Set in your continuity setting. Preferably some alligator clamps, unless you've got a second set of hands to help you hold the switch while you're putting your probes on. And you're going to go on the last 2 pins. So go on those 2 pins. And see, we don't get anything. But if I push in on it, we get something. So that issue I'm having is in the ignition switch. I was not sure if it was something else in the side-by-side. It could have been, well, technically it could be a battery related issue. It could be corroded battery terminal connections. I didn't feel like that would be the case since this is a machine that's barely been used. It seems to have been stored most of its life. And it could also be a starter solenoid, or it could be your starter relay or your solenoid relay. So it could be a number of things. Each of those parts varies in cost. This is probably the cheapest of the three. Well, the relay might be the cheapest of the three, but I mean, you can get these online for like, I think it's 30 bucks. Or you can try and fix it yourself, which is what I'm going to do. So to open it up, an O-ring remover works pretty good to get in here on these little tabs. Just get in there, pop it up. You've got 3 of them. Pop that one. And pop that one. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to clean this all up really good, and I'm going to just go in and lay some solder on these pads where all these contact points are at, and just lay it out as good as I can, clean it up with some alcohol, put it all back together, and it should be good. I'm going to clean all this old grease out, and I'm going to go in with some deoxit battery cleaner and protectant. This is some really great stuff. This is like my 3rd can. I use this stuff for everything electrical. I think it's got like some kind of metallic dust in it or something. It helps get a better contact, and it also eats up corrosion. So great for battery terminals. I found that it's really good for plugs versus what people like to usually use is dielectric grease. And dielectric grease is one of the worst things you can use on a plug connection because it's preventing electricity from flowing, basically. It's dielectric. So don't use dielectric. Get you something like this, or get you an electric safe grease or a conductive grease if you can, and smother a little bit in there. It doesn't take much. Put it all back together. If you don't have any of that and you do have to use dielectric, just put you just enough here and just enough to lubricate the springs and the housing on the switches. So these come out pretty easy. Like, you can just pop up one side, and they've got little prongs, and then you've got a little spring in there. Oh man, did I just lose the spring? Oh, that's not good. Well, I think I just lost the spring. Well, crap. That sucks. I'll find it. It's got to be somewhere around here. But anyways, I don't want to move too much. So that's my video. Wanted to show y'all, and hope it helps somebody out there to not be chasing the issue and spending unnecessary money. Until next time, peace out.